Okay, please find a comfortable and relaxed posture. Keep your back straight as much as you can. And gently close your eyes. Take a few deep, long breaths. Do it few times. Relax your body. Get comfortable with your posture. It might take few minutes to relax your mind. Experience the peacefulness around you, stillness in this room. And gently listening to the sound of the singing bowl. And then we can start our practice. Now with your relaxed mind, slowly bring my attention to your breath. Focus on your tip of your nose. And just allows your body to breathe naturally. While you are practicing, many sounds, thoughts may distract your practice. Let them come and go. And also you are having any distractions, you can take a few deep long breaths and again you can come back to your breath. While you are paying attention on your breath, don't worry about future or past. Past is already happened, it is gone. Future is coming, it is uncertain. Therefore, paying attention on your breath and experience this present moment. And let's start our practice. Breathe in mindfully. Breathe out mindfully. Whenever you are having thoughts, just know you are having thoughts and come back to your breath. If you want to change your posture, you can do it anytime. Be kind to your body. While you are paying attention on your breath, you may notice it is always changing. Long breath and also short breath. If you see long breath, you can think, I am having long breath. Whenever you see short breath, you can understand, I am having short breath. Now slowly we can change our practice to loving kindness. Let's develop loving friendliness thoughts towards yourself. Be kind to yourself. Repeat these words to yourself lovingly and kindly. While you are repeating, try to understand the meaning of these words and same time make a strong determination to apply those meanings to your daily life. That is our loving kindness practice. And also, you can feel yourself as your best friend while you are practicing self-love. Think, may I be content. May I be patient. May I be skillful. May I learn to care for myself with joy and ease. Also, you can use your own words to practice self-love. May I be well in mind and body. May I be free from mental and physical suffering. May I be able to find peace and happiness through my practice. Now we can extend our loving thoughts towards your loved ones. May my loved ones be filled with loving kindness. May not any difficulties or dangers come to them. May they be able to take care of themselves happily. Also, imagine a person that you really want to send your loving kindness, that you really want to send your blessings. Imagine that person's face. It could be your husband or wife, your girlfriend or boyfriend, or your children, or some of your special friend that very close to you. And think, may my special person be well, be happy, be peaceful. May he or she be strong and healthy mentally and physically. And now think, may all the living beings be safe. May they be protected. May they be able to find peaceful and healthy environments. Loving kindness is our forgiveness practice. If you forgive someone, it means you are having another beautiful space in your heart. Now we can extend our loving thoughts towards your difficult ones, if you have any. And think, may my difficult people be well. May they be happy. May they be peaceful. May they be able to find noble friends and noble guidance. Now imagine in this short period of time, you are here, sitting in front of the Buddha, and you are practicing. You are developing your loving thoughts. You are paying attention on your breath. Usually we are running around. We are busy mentally and physically. But this beautiful morning, it is completely different. You are here, very peaceful, quiet, practicing meditation. It is beautiful. Just think, this is your practice time. Whenever you go outside, that is the moment that you can apply this practice. Therefore, be grateful for your practice, your dedication, your commitment. Please think about it for a few moments. Now please bring your hands together in front of your heart. Make a strong determination to apply this practice to daily life. May peace be with you. May all the living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Thank you so much. Slowly open your eyes. Okay, let's start our chanting practice. Page number 4. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Anicca vata saṅkārā Uppada vaya dhammeno uppajjitva nirujjanti te sanghupasamo sabbe satta avera hontu sabbe satta abhyapajja hontu sabbe satta anigha hontu sabbe satta sukhe attanang pariharantu Mano pubbangama dhamma Mano setta manomaya Manasace paduttena bhasati va karo tato nandukha manveti chakkang vabahato padang mano pubbangama dhamma mano setta manomaya Manasace pasannena bhasate va karoti va tato nansukha man chayava anapaini. Mind is the foreigner of states. Mind is cheap. If with the corrupted mind, one should die this week, suffering follows caused by them. Mind is the foreigner of states. Mind is chief. Mind medade. If with a clear and confident mind, one should die this week or act. Happiness follows caused by that. As no shadow will never leaves. We believe with generosity towards others. We believe the skillful noble path is marked by generosity. We believe generosity has many levels. Think generously, speak generously, act generously. We believe generosity is the heart of our spiritual practice, and this practice allows us to become open, accepting, and forgiving. We believe extending generosity to ourselves and others is a directive of healing division, bringing joy and nurturing this spiritual community for years to come. My wish? At all times, both now and forever, a protector for those without protection, a guide for those who have lost their way, a ship for those with an ocean to cross, a sanctuary for those in danger, a lamp for those without light, a place of refuge for those. May I never join with the unwise, only the wise until the time I attain Nirvana. Okay, very good morning to you all. How are you? It is very happy to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. And today, usually we one of monk we do the talk, and today we decided to do a Q&A session. Usually, we just talk. And every Saturdays, and today myself and Bhantes Bhaddiya and also Todd, and also we have Vimala, and she was a nun for here for many years, and so you can ask any question, whatever you have about temple, about us, about practice, about anything. And so Bhantes Bhaddiya, and he's full of wisdom, full of knowledge. Please ask more questions from him. Because today is his turn, and I'm checking. And please ask any question, whatever you have. No questions? Okay.
What's your day like?
Okay, so actually we all have a different schedule, and but he is different. When Sri Lanka it is different, And in Sri Lanka, we woke up around 4:30, and we had a long, big schedule. And when we were students, we had to follow the schedule and wake up at 4:30. Then we had to go to practice at 5. Then it's a big schedule until 10. Then, but after we moved here, it is different. So we all wake up at different times, and sometimes I come here, I practice sometimes, and then we study and sometimes do our daily things. Sometimes clean in the temples, and also we go to school and we are doing our homework and other things, and also we are preparing for our programs, events, talks. Yeah, it is. We all have different schedule. Yeah, that's my schedule. I don't know how about him.
Yeah, don't forget watching cricket. And
Yes, because I love to watch cricket, so I watch cricket also. Okay.
Okay, I have a question. This is challenging. I'm going to try and say this as quickly as possible. Lately I've noticed there's this great habit of many people to believe that they need to control nature. And I'll give an example. For example, and it hurts me deeply because I'm a really big lover of animals, very big in my heart. For example, there are these birds that parasitize nests, starlings, cowbirds, and just more and more people that I believe to be animal lovers as well, people I'm very close to. This is becoming a common thinking that we have a responsibility, and they actually feel they're doing a good thing by culling them, by killing them, because they believe there are too many. And the common response I get, the common explanation I get is they don't belong here. They're not native. And my heart is just crushed every time I see it, every time I hear about it. And as a animal lover and a Buddhist, how do I respond to people without causing them suffering? Or do I just be a silent missionary and just, say nothing? It's very hard. I usually say nothing, or on occasion, if I'm very close to someone, I might say, I feel sad for that animal because it belongs here too. But I don't say anything more because immediately they get upset. So what do we do as good practitioners of Buddhism? What is the skillful response, or if there should be one at all?
Okay, so I can explain something also. Maybe Bhantes Bhaddiya has something to tell also. Yes, that's the kind of common question, and because many people, they are also vegan and vegetarian, and also they have kind of same question. And almost few weeks ago, I did a Saturday morning talk, and here was a lady, and she came to me, "Hi Bhante, this is my first time. Are you vegan?" I said, "Sorry, I'm not a vegan. I'm a vegetarian." So vegan or vegetarian, it is personal thing. Then she was kind of telling me, "Oh, it is killing animal, and it is not okay." And she was kind of telling me certain things. I was listening to her. Then I told her, it is individual practice, and then what you are talking about, it is very common question. And sometimes when we go to tell our opinion, sometimes just arguments, and nothing happen. Sometimes we just get mad at each other and just walk away. And sometimes I notice it's better to be silent and just move forward. But it is also depend on the situation. Maybe if you can talk with your good friends, and sometimes with some strangers it is not easy, and just arguments, and it is ended up with bad situation. So that's how I think. Maybe he's thinking something else. What do you think?
What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Vimala and other people? What do you feel?
well, we all know that nature is red in tooth and claw. Many animals have to kill other animals just to live. But humans do make it worse a lot of times. But there's not much we can do about it. We can ask people to think about how animals suffer so much, especially in this area, where animals are being killed all the time to feed us and being tortured. But really, you can talk to people, as you say, that you may know well and tell them to think about it. That's about it. Wimla, you have anything to add?
No, I think I really don't know what to add, except I think it's to argue with people, it just makes it worse. And you might be able to protect your own piece of land, but I think nature is pretty cruel. That interference I know is hard to see. So, I love to feed the squirrels around me, but friends like Mary Jane are always, I always think, oh, there's a raven. Are they going to come and get a chipmunk? And then I have to realize I'm watching nature. I can't interfere in it, other than with a lot of sunflower seeds. But I can't protect those animals. I have to be aware of that, and it's really delicate. But I think if it means a lot to you, there are groups that you can support, or there are places where they might have education materials. I didn't know that they were doing that with those birds. I know they've tried to eliminate ducks and geese in lots of areas and been successful in a lot of places. And the only thing is if you wanted to try to educate people, but it's usually something we have to walk away from, which is not good news, but the more we care about it, the more you have to find something to do.
Thank you. That's good.
Yeah, and few people have some thoughts, and okay, you can start.
With my personal experience, especially coming here as a newcomer, we all are on a journey. We all have a path we're taking, and to detour our journey and to stop to talk to others about what they might be doing wrong. Now, the picture that you're missing now is what you're trying to save is you're actually slowing yourself down on what you should be accomplishing, what your destiny is. You could, like she said, you can always educate, but you can only stop for that second. Because the longer you stop and you're at a standstill, now you're stopping yourself or your journey and the path that you're trying to take to better yourself, to bring yourself, I wouldn't say perfect to perfection, even though that journey is everlasting. It's always a journey. You always want to keep improving yourself and to reflect, so other people can reflect and see what you're doing. That one person you might talk to can talk to one person, to one, and then, that actually grows into something bigger and better, just by word of mouth. But I do understand what you're coming from, how it does hurt. At the end of the day, to save one but to hurt yourself would be the actual pain.
Thank you. And you want to share something?
I had a separate question.
Okay. And okay, you can ask next. You had add something?
I just want to add the bottom line for all of us, regardless of what the issue is. We know as Buddhists, life sometimes sucks. And the behavior of other people, a lot of times suck. And the most important thing is that I not get angry and upset. That is, no matter what the situation is, if I'm reacting to it, then that's not right. Peace here is what's
Yeah. You want to add something? And thanks so much for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Your question?
Okay, so my question is, I struggle a lot with attachment. I'm a mom of four, my other ones.
Yeah.
And in August, they're all going mom. So as a mom, I'm struggling with giving
Okay. Okay, yes, so there's some Buddhist over there. Thank you. Okay, attachment, it is, I think, a very huge problem that we all have. It has many names. We call craving, and also in Pali we call tanha, which is we call attachment, craving. We love to attach to to things. We are so enjoying attachment. Why I'm telling like that? We are enjoying our suffering too. We attach it. So when we describe this attachment, why we are attached to the things, physical or like material or some mental states? Because of we have two things, we want to care about that two things. We call emotional and actual emotion and just emotional stuff. So actual things are actual. It is never change. We want to know, okay, this is true, we have to accept it. But emotional stuff always changing. For example, we are attaching our past. What we have done in our past. There are two past. Emotional past and actual past. We always attaching emotional part. He did this, she did this, I did this, I had this, she had this. We are attaching like that, emotional part. But we are not attaching actual part. That's a big problem. When I describe this word attachment, I really like to give a exercise for people. I normally give this exercise. I know you have chanting book on your seat and or cushion. Please take it in your right hand and pick it up like that. Hold it like 30 minutes. I think you learned something, right? When you hold it in your right hand like that over 5-10 minutes, your arm is getting numb, it is painful. Then you need get some rest. Take it down. Be happy. Sometimes we are attaching thing and keeping thing in our mind like that. Then our mind is getting numb and pain. Then we are so exhausted. Then we can practice meditation or we cannot enjoy our life. So then so many problems come. Then we don't know how to face them. So because of what? We are still keep it up. Please put it down. That's why we say let it go. So this is one of example I can give to you. Another example, just imagine your breath. You are breathing normal way, right? Now take a long breath, and hold it like 5 minutes. Can you do it? Don't you? Because you don't want to kill yourself, right? And it means you have to breathe normal way. You cannot hold your breath. If you really want to enjoy yourself, you want to breathe normally. Apply that exercise for yourself, for your life. When you think, I want to, clinging this, or I want to keep it in my mind, get these two examples. Then you will be okay. And this attachment, there is one stanza in Dhammapada. This attachment is creating two things. We call Pali tanha jayati soko, tanha jayati baya. Tanha means craving. Craving is creating attachment. And also craving is creating suffering, sorrow. And also craving is creating fear. Right? Suffering, these two both are going together. Right? And just think about yourself. You have a lot of stuff around you. You have beautiful family. You have beautiful car, beautiful house, nice job. When you think, one day I'm going to die, then what happened? Same time you are getting fear. Right? It means that two things go together. Suffering and sorrow and, fear. So, when I feel I want to attach something, I got that to example. So then I learn so many things. So, yeah, I think you have. Go ahead, please.
My question is, how much the concept of suffering is central to Buddhism? And also, the acceptance that suffering is a part of life, or there is a solution for the suffering. Buddhism teaches. Share some thoughts.
Okay. Any ideas? Nice questions. And I want to ask to you, you have any ideas? How do you feel you're suffering?
Well, I can start. There are 4 types of suffering. Suffering of birth, diff types. There's a suffering of birth, suffering of illness, the suffering of death, and what's the other one? Something horrible. But and there's also 3 types of suffering. There's a physical suffering, like when you get a toothache or a car runs over your foot. And then there's a suffering of change, when things change, when your car gets dented or keyed or your house burns down. And then there's the suffering of life, which is the thought that we all have to die, everyone we love has to die, our body will be gone at some point, everything we own now will be owned by someone else in the future when we're dead. So that's the suffering of suffering. And so those are the things that cause us to suffer. And that's part of life and can't get away from it. However, the Buddha said that there is a way to get away from it. There's a cause of suffering, which is what Bhante Bhaddiya was talking about, attachment to our body and to our friends and to our everything we own. And I lost my train of thought. Right, and there's a way to get out of it according to the Buddha, and that is the 8-part path. So we just study the way the Buddha taught. He taught the 8-part path, and just follow that path, and just start now. It's wisdom and compassion.
Yeah, I want to add small thing. This is interesting question, suffering. It is a very famous question in the world. So, during the Buddha's time, branch of monk got same problem. They had a question about suffering. They heard many things from the Buddha about suffering. Then they came to the Buddha. Then they asked Buddha, "Dear Buddha, you described many times and many way about suffering, but still we have some problem. And please describe the suffering very easy way, simple way." Then Buddha said, okay, just imagine a person who has a wound on his right or left hand or arm. Now this person can feel it is itching. When it is itching, what he does? Scratching, right? Then feel good, feel awesome, right? Then he getting tired, then he get hands out of it. Then what happen? Again? Itching. And same time, it is painful. Then again, scratching. Then again feel good, right? Right? Then finally he can see the bloods come out and so many stuff. So Buddha said, sometimes we are enjoying our suffering, as I told you. We are scratching it. When we scratch our suffering, then feel good, right? Feel awesome. But when we lose that stuff, then our feel so bad. So what Buddha said, okay, now you have wound. If you have wound, what you do? Then monk said, definitely I have to go to doctor. Okay, then when you go to the doctor, then what doctor does? Then they said, Buddha, first of all, the doctor check the wound. Then he can realize that this wound happened this way, like bacteria or some injured or like that. So then he will do some medicine. Then I will be okay. We will be okay. Then Buddha say, same. I show you a path. Path we call Four Noble Truth. First one is we call problem. Then cause of problem. Then answer. And then we have another part we call how do you practice that answer or get benefit. So this is the way we have to do things for our suffering. So first of all, we want to know, we want to understand we have some kind of suffering around us. Some fears, some worries, kind of like that. We want to realize, okay, I have this problem. Okay, if I have this problem, definitely I cannot be a good person or I cannot make my happiness. Okay, this is the only way I have to do. So, when we think with this Four Noble Truth, then easily we can find a solution for our suffering. So, you have to be a doctor, your own doctor. Right? And just think, suffering like a wound. We are always scratching it. When we are scratching it, we are so happy. We really enjoy it. But after that, we are taking so many problems same time and pain same time. So, when you see the problem, then you have to analyze the problem. How? Oh, I have an anger. That's why I'm getting upset. Or, I cannot be happy because of my anger. This is, very small example. Then you do some research. Okay, I have anger. Or then you're asking again, oh, where this anger come from? Okay, then you can see the root of your anger. Then when you see the root of your anger, then you think, okay, this anger is so bad. Then you can see the danger of your anger. Second, okay, I want to get it out. Then you know how can you do the path? How can get your path and practice your own, meditation or something like that. So this is the simple thing Buddha gave to us. So I don't know where you are. You are the only person who can see yourself. I cannot read your mind, luckily. And also you can do your own, practice and realize your own character and just open it. This is the only way we have to do this. Otherwise, we just, close it down and, do what we want to do. Then we are getting upset again. Sorry. I really want to say you, don't scratch your wound. Okay? Put some medicine on it. Okay, I have a very simple question. I want to ask you, how do you practice right speech? Assaji, you can go if you. How do you practice right speech?
I ask myself if it's true.
Okay.
If it's necessary for me to say it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely I've gotten much better like in the last 6 months, probably just taking a pause. I work in healthcare, so a lot of times people do not practice right speech to me. You know what I mean? They can be very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that where they're coming from. It's, oftentimes the worst day of their life, or one of them when they're in the hospital. And I just try to think, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Because sometimes something can be true, but it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Hurt someone. That's where I start with.
Don't you use any bad words anymore?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes I use coconut donkey. Yeah. So I really like that. Coconut donkey. Yeah. So right speech, it is, ethical practice. Right? Ethical practice. There are 3 ethical practice we have to, practice in our self, in our life. We call right speech, right action, and right livelihood. And I think I like that word. I think Vimala told that word, harmonian, right? Harmonian speech. I like that word. That is the right one. So, when we describe the speech, there are 4 speech we are usually do. Sometimes we do speech very harshly, angrily, right? And sometimes we do speech like meaningless, right? Sometimes we are lying. Sometimes it doesn't have any meaning. We just tell to people. And these words are so powerful. And in Buddhist teaching, Buddha used just one word. It is not bad word, but it is rough. In Pali we call Moga Purisa. Moga means empty, Purisa means man. Empty man. Why Buddha used this word for the monks? Because some monks are so lazy during the Buddha's time. They won't practice in meditation. They just ate and slept. Then Buddha used that word for that monks. Empty person. Then monks were thinking, okay, Buddha told me a bad word, empty person, and I'm not empty. Then they are thinking, then they practice more and more. In Buddhism, in Buddhist teaching, this is the word very rough. Empty person, empty man. And keep it in your mind, okay? When you think, oh, today is so hot or cold, I don't want to practice meditation, just think, I'm an empty man like that. Then you can encourage yourself. Before you speak, you have to think. Think, it has a formula. T mean, is it true? Okay? H mean, is it helpful? I mean, is it inspiring? N mean, is it necessary? came in, is it kind? You have to think like that. If something like good or kind or necessary, use that word. And one day, Buddha went to a person. Actually, he was a monk. And he gave a beautiful advice to this monk because of he really wanted to practice right speech. He said, "Dear monk, practice right speech this way. This is the only way you have to practice right speech, and simple way. When you are talking with others, just aware about your speech. Is it good for others or your side? Okay? Sometimes it is not good for your side and others. Don't do it. Sometimes it is good for your side but not others. Don't do it. Don't be a selfish. Right? And sometimes it is good for other side, not good for your side. Don't do it. Which is good for your side and others, just do it. Right? Why I am telling this? Words are so powerful. In that now current situation we can see the world, and also in my country, so many things happening in the world because of this word. People are not trying to listening others' opinions and other thoughts. Some words are so hard to hear. Then people are getting angry and fighting each other, arguing each other. That's why I'm asking you, before you doing speech, talking, be aware about your mouth. Right? You have one mouth, but you have two ears. And listen carefully and talk carefully. Before you speak, just think which is good for your side and others. And find it out, do it. Then result will be okay. Right? And don't make any kind of problem using by your words or your speech, because all the word and speech come from your intention. Right? That's why this ethical practice is so important. Right? And please keep it in your mind. Okay? Words are so powerful. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I think you learned something new, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhantes Assaji and Bhante Bhaddiya. I hope you feel better, and Wimala and everyone else. Thank you so much.